What is going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to another episode of NAS100 analysis today. I hope you guys have been having an amazing day collecting crazy pips, crazy points, as we do, making sure that you're collecting all of that, making bank. So I'm hoping that you guys are doing really well. If it's the first time you stumbling across this channel, this video, welcome to the channel. We talk about NAS 100 99.99% of the time. Sometimes we might we might talk about gold, we might talk about something else, but most case 99.99% of the time we want to talk about NAS. And how I normally talk about NAS is basically the moves that I plan to make, how I plan to make them. Within this video, as I'm sure, there is a very good chance you're going to find signals and things that you can use to capitalize on it. And to be fair, if you spot it and you capitalize on it, fantastic, well done to you. But however, I am not encouraging you to do that, okay? Because I am not a financial advisor and I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just sharing with you how I like to navigate the NAS 100. Right, so it is super important you do your own research, so you know how you're making your decisions as you make your decisions, okay? And if you've been with me for a while, guys, welcome back to another episode. Your energy is definitely appreciated. Like, big up to you and thank you so much for your support all through this time as I've been doing this. So guys, thank you very much, and I would aim not to disappoint, as I always try to do, and just try to give you the best honest analysis I can possibly share with you in regards to how I think market is going to be playing out in the coming days, weeks, days, months, etc. Okay, so with all of that covered, we're going to get straight into it, right? So yesterday, Thursday, I took a trade, right? So I did a video. I did a video on the Wednesday. Okay, I did a video on a Wednesday, and literally I got closed out and I took it L. But ultimately, the overall moves that I had made in the market was all profitable, so I did quite well. Okay, so yesterday, I saw an opportunity in the market up here, and this was in the morning. This was roughly about, I think it was about maybe about 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, give or take, because literally I just rolled out of bed, checked my phone, saw it, and I was like, right, I'm gonna take this gamble, right? And that was this area over here. So if you mentioned in the last video, I mentioned that if price doesn't go above this level over here, okay, it's fair to say it's going to keep pushing downwards, right? So what I saw, right, was in this area over here. I'm just going to zoom in there. In this area over here, you can see that it was having some kind of a build up, right? So we're building up, so we're having a bit of a build up, and then I noticed this particular order block over here, right? So this order block over here, it doesn't really signify anything major to me, but I was like, you know what, rather than just join the market for the sake of joining the market, what I'm going to do is I'm going to target this area. I'm going to target this area over here, right? So what I did was I put in a sell right here, right? And this was upon seeing this green candle over here, right? So whatever this candle is called, because literally I can't remember the names of all of the names of the candles, the different types of ones, but I know when I see it what I'm supposed to do when it appears, right? So based on this candle over here, I put in a pending, I put a sell stop right here. So I put sell stop right here, and then I put my stop loss right above this wick over here, so it's a fair bit above it, so I'll say maybe about this level up here, right? And that risk was basically nothing at all. So even if I lost that trade, it would not have even eaten into my profit that I'd gained over the week. Literally, it was a nice little move. And then I set my TP. Right? And I'll show you what I used for reference for my TP. Bring it back. I used this area over here as a reference for my TP. So what I did was I set my TP right above these wicks over here, right? Just above it, just to make sure that it definitely got it if it was heading in that direction. So I put a TP about this level right here, right? So TP's there. This is my my stop loss. This is my my actual trade in the market, and then it triggered, and literally it just flew all the way down. It flew all the way down, hit the TP, and boom, that was it. I was out. So job done this week. So this week was a really, really, really good week. You know, there's a saying in England, it goes like "Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt." Basically means basically meaning job done, right? So I had one of those days yesterday. So solid results. So this whole week and last week has been really good to me. Markets has been super kind, and thank you, markets. Right. So now I'm going to talk about where I think market is going to go. As it stands, I'm not in any trade at the moment. There is news coming out today. So there's news coming out today, right? So let me just see if it's really taking place or not. Okay, yeah, so it's already happened. So it's already happened because the time is now 2:51 and it was meant to happen at 1:30. So it's already taking place. I wasn't keeping an eye on it because I had no plans to make any trades today whatsoever, right? And as you can see, that's the news right here. So we can just zoom into it. We can just zoom into that. Right, so 1:30. So 1 o'clock. So that's it right here. So this area, let me just draw a little box around it. So that's that right here. So that was the news today, right? The news at 1:30 and price is still pushing down right now. Okay, now I didn't join in the markets at all, simply because it's today's Friday. Obviously we're running into Christmas, so if I'm going to do anything, I would rather take action from the 27th of December, supposing today. So I'm not doing anything, right? So this is the news right now. So with all of this covered now, where do I think market is going to go in the coming days to the run up to the new year, right? So where do I think market is going to go? Let's get rid of all of this for now. Let's get rid of all of this. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. This move over here is still very relevant because of what we're seeing down here. So it's still relevant. This price point for a potential TP or a potential rebound, right? Which is 10.435.01. It's looking promising. So what I think is happening in this zone right now is I think we have a bit of a flag forming or a wedge forming, whatever way you want to call it. I think we have something like this forming, right? So I'm just going to draw it out for you guys. I may be right, I could be wrong. Like I say, I'm not an expert. I'm just playing a game, just like you guys, right? So what I basically think is going to be happening is I think, right, so price is going to come down to about this zone today. It may break through and go even lower, right? That could happen. But in my opinion, right, I think price is going to come down to this trend line, right? And then fly back up here, and this is more or less what we're going to be seeing next week, in my opinion, okay? And at some point in the new year, it may begin its journey down here, right? It may actually do that, right? So that's what I think is going to happen. But as I say, I'm not making no moves in the market right now. I'm not making any moves in the market right now. And so I'm waiting until next week before I do anything. But also, one of the areas I'm also looking out for as well as a potential area to actually join anything, right? This is the zone that I want to keep an eye out on. So this zone right here, I'm just going to show it to you real quick, right? So let me get my box. So this zone right here, so this zone right here is an area that I want to keep an eye on, right? So I want to see what happens. So this next bounce to the upside, if there is a bounce to the upside, okay? Because like I say, I don't know what the market is going to do. Market does what market wants to do, but I'm just hoping that it's going to do something like this. If it bounces up here and closes above this level, I'm not going to be too worried about it because I'm expecting that to happen, all right? But however, should price do anything like this between now and the new year, that will confirm for me in my mind that price is heading down here. It's heading to 10.435.01. So that is 10.435.01, right? And this zone that I'm talking about, so this is the zone. It's not actually a specific point, it's just a zone. So I would say from between its high point would be 10.981.66, and at its low point it would be 10942.24. If price comes anywhere into this zone and begins to reverse from this level right here, then I am going to assume that this level is not going to be respected. It's going to break straight through it, and it's most likely coming down to this zone over here. Right, so if I get it dead on, well, the numbers are slightly changed, but you know what I mean, it's in the zone roughly, right? So that is what I think is going to be happening. So let's just zoom out real quick and let's look at this on a higher time frame to see if this really does make any sense at all, or if it doesn't. Okay, so on the 4 hour, it makes sense to me, right? So let's look at it on the day, see if it's still looking strong or if it's looking weak. Well, it's already broken through this structure that I drew right now. Okay, so at the end of this week, or should I say at the end of next week, we would know if this is still part of the structure in terms of where market is right now, or if this is indeed has broken through and it's heading to this zone. And remember, if it's heading to this zone, then this zone is very, very, very possible, right? Because this is the lowest of that low right here, and it's in line with what market is currently doing, which is, according to the day, it's a strong downtrend. So for short-term profits for us in regards to, or should I say for short-term profits for me, I will target this zone as the safest place for me to hop off. But if I really wanted to get greedy, and which is something I'm trying not to do, right, because I want to get in a rhythm of having my TPs getting hit, supposing to my trading stops getting hit. I am profitable with the trading stops getting hit, but however, I prefer the TP because the TP is bigger, right? So so this is the zone that it could actually, that is most likely going to go to. This is the zone that it's most likely going to go to, providing it breaks this zone over here, right? And that zone would be 9752.47. That's how I'm basically seeing it. If you guys have a different take on what I'm seeing right now, by all means, please drop it in the comment section and share your insights with me, because like I say, I don't know everything, I don't know it all. I'm learning just like you, and yep, and let's just help each other grow. So with all of that covered, my awesome human beings from all around the world, I want to thank you for giving me your energy and coming over to watch another episode of NAS Analysis today. Don't forget to check out the other videos on the corners, useful information, and obviously it's a bit of a documentary journey of how we've been moving through the NAS literally for over a year, right? Because we've practically only been talking about one thing, which is the NAS100, right? So yeah, so just go through, check out the video, check out the reasoning, and obviously that would then obviously give you that confidence in terms of if I'm actually somebody that actually knows what he's talking about, knows what he's sharing with you, or if I'm just, I don't know, someone that's deceiving you all. But I know I'm not, but I want you to go and just check it all out and then make sure, like, the person that you're watching, which is myself, I am doing everything possible to share the best possible information as I know it with you. And as my information or as my knowledge improves and develops, I too will bring that straight to you guys so that you obviously can benefit in some of the stuff that I've discovered and learned. Alright, so with all of that covered, guys, I want to thank you all once again. I wish you the best. Merry Christmas to you all if you celebrate Christmas. If you don't, then literally enjoy the holidays, because whether you like it or not, you're going to have a holiday. Alright, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video, which will be very, very soon. So for now, this is Pips and Points signing out.